My name is Bob Dingman. I was an EM2 electrician's mate. I knew absolutely nothing about the Battleship before seeing it. I think I had built a model of one of the battleships way back when I was younger, but I couldn't even say that for sure. But you're not prepared for the size of it. You're not prepared as being your first ship to go onto a ship that size. You know, a lot of guys get out of school or they go into the Navy and they get assigned to destroyers or smaller ships, and then a lot of them get assigned to aircraft carriers, all this. But being on a battleship was something new to everybody because there were no battleships in the Navy since the 1950s when they decommissioned them all in Missouri, the Wisconsin, the Iowa, and in New Jersey, which were active during the Korean War. All were decommissioned. All were in what they call mothball state. So they were just tied to a pier and being preserved by naval personnel. So, you know, all of a sudden you're on the only battleship in the world, basically. There's no other country had any. You were on this one ship. So I would say it took adjusting to it, but the easy part of the adjusting, I had nothing to compare it with. You know, I hadn't been on another ship. So, you know, this was my first ship, and it was what it was. So, and being on the pre-commissioning crew, there were only 200 sailors assigned to the ship during the pre-commissioning in Philadelphia. All the rest of the sailors that got assigned to the ship were sent to San Diego for different different schools, different firefighting schools, damage control schools, different things that they did. So the majority of the crew was sent to Philadelphia or to San Diego, and there was a small, what they call a nucleus crew in Philadelphia, which was about 200 sailors and maybe, I think, 50 officers, and our captain was in charge of the nucleus crew. The executive officer was out in San Diego. So you had a lot of time to explore because it was still all owned by the Navy, by the naval, what they call the yard, the Navy yard. So it wasn't a commissioned ship, and all the people that worked on it for the Navy were civilian union people. So you couldn't do things or they file a grievance against you because that was their job, not your job. So it was a little different, but it was interesting.